What's this fight between McDonald's and Burger King about the Big Mac?
Oh, it's so good.
McDonald's losing its trademark to the Big Mac.
Burger King in Sweden thought it's time for some particular fun on this.
Not Big Mac's menu. This is Burger King launching a menu in Stockholm, and the items are and they're cheeky names. Listen, Big Mac-ish, but flame grilled, of course.
Big Mac-ish, but flame grilled, of course.
And the anything but a Big Mac.
Anything but a Big Mac?
Like a Big Mac, but actually big.
Kind of like a Big Mac, but juicier and tastier.
The Burger Big Mac wish it was.
Oh my god.
Anything but the Big Mac.
The straws, the bottles, the bags, they'll come back and haunt you in a big way.
That's the ocean, but you can't see the water.
This is waste that was generated in cities and flowed through our waterways into our oceans.
Coca-Cola pledged to crack down on the amount of plastic.
It's an ambitious initiative, and this is by the year
2030. We can collect absolutely everything we put into the marketplace and then recycle it.
M&M's has been using the same tagline for 60 years.
Milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hand.
The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
See you later.
So how does M&M's launch a new chocolate bar that actually does melt in your hands?
You know, M&M's kind of messed up. These bars melt in your mouth and your hand.
M&M's needed a new tagline, and fast. So we stole one.
It's finger licking good.
It's finger licking good.
Make it finger licking good.
no idea what ice hockey was. I saw guys playing a game, but I couldn't understand how they were moving. They were like sliding, that was not running. And it was my dream to one day move like them. We took it upon ourselves to start recruiting Kenyans playing ice hockey.
I had to try out something new. Ice hockey is fun because when you're in the rink, nothing matters. The whole world stops.
We're actually like the pioneers of ice hockey in Kenya.
Canada is the home of hockey. Any hockey player would love to have the Canada experience. It was all amazing seeing our jerseys hanging all around. It's a great day for us. It's a dream to be in Canada, to play our first game in full gear. It's all amazing. So let's try our best, let's push hard, and everything will fall our way. Hey guys. Sydney. Seeing my favorite player coming through the door wearing our jersey, I felt like I was in heaven.
It's such an honor for them to do this for us. I can't hold back my tears.
We get to compete against another team. You know, we're used to playing against ourselves. I've never had so much fun like in my entire life.
That's the best part about the game, is just how it reaches so many people, and a place like Kenya where you wouldn't think that there's even ice.
I didn't really know what to expect, but I thought those guys looked great. It's cool to see the genuine excitement that they had, and it got us really fired up.
To meet people from different places and to share the game that we love to play, I think I had just as much fun as any of those guys did today.
We thank Tim Hortons for believing in us. The support that we're given will help us grow the sport in Kenya.
A total of 15 people are believed to have died here. 12 students.
I was actually in the second classroom that was shot at.
Never have a rifle.
All those kids have the right to life, and they're dead.
We can't just forget what happened. We need change. A new generation of Americans is determined to be heard.
We refuse to be ignored by those who will not listen.
Working with a nonprofit formed by Parkland student survivors dedicated to healing their community through music, we set out to help keep the gun violence conversation alive. Partnering with the best brass horn maker in the country, we melted down spent AR-15 bullet casings to build a one-of-a-kind musical instrument. Taking an instrument of violence and turning it into an instrument of hope. Then, survivors put a call out for musicians.
Request the instrument of hope.
And they answered, starting an organic tour across the U.S.
Performing on the Instrument of Hope.
From the #1 band in the American charts, to Grammy-winning musicians, NBA teams, and Broadway shows.
For the first time on Broadway, the Instrument of Hope.
They rallied to keep the gun violence conversation on the main stage.
A special project started by the students of Parkland, a musical instrument raising awareness for gun violence.
The trumpet has been played at various art venues, most recently at the Tribeca Film Festival.
With zero media dollars, we made a lot of noise. 80,000 people heard it live, 20 million heard us on social, and over 1 billion heard our message in the media.
We won't let the conversation fade away. This time our voices need to be heard.
This instrument hopefully can be something that lights the future in a much more positive way.
Diversity and inclusion programs. Companies love them. 90% of corporations claim to prioritize diversity. Yet only 4% prioritize disability, which affects 1.5 billion people. So we made a word. When they say diversity, we say diverse-ish. A word to describe businesses that claim to care about diversity but ignore disability. Caroline Casey, founder of the Valuable 500, was invited to talk about disability inclusion in Davos, in front of the most influential audience in the world. We created a campaign for her to expose the blind spot in their corporate diversity agendas.
We have women, lots of women. Tim's Asian, and gay too, which is great. 2 for 1 right there.
The World Economic Forum officials loved it, then banned Caroline from showing or mentioning it. And guess what? Nobody showed up. You can run, but you can't hide. For 72 hours, the delegates were hyper-targeted with the film on social media.
This is Bill. He's paraplegic, isn't that right, Sharon? And you're on our diversity page on our website, aren't you, Bill?
Yes, I'm the only one currently on it.
Tremendous addition to the team.
Once they'd watched it, we retargeted them with messages from disability activists.
You guys literally got the power to change how people see disability. It's that black and white.
And when they left, we followed. Because even the most powerful people forget to clean cookies. In 3 days, we reached 3,000 of the most influential people in the world. But did they notice?
We're looking at disability inclusion.
Being less bad is not good enough anymore.
I'm so proud that Virgin Media has joined the Valuable 500.
In 10 days, we got 51 companies from around the globe, private sector, influential companies, sign up to the Valuable 500.
If disability isn't on your agenda, neither is diversity.
At more than 153,000 acres, the campfire is now the most destructive in California history. It has destroyed more than 13,000 homes and thousands of other buildings.
During a disaster, the U.S. Postal Service worked to restore vital mail delivery. Delivering medication, insurance, checks, and supplies can forge a path to normalcy. But how do you deliver hope to people who lost their homes just before Christmas?
We have sent letters to all the shelters where the families can write to Santa, asking them for some things that they may need.
U.S. Postal Service is working to help customers affected by the campfire. Anyone displaced by the campfire is eligible.
We collected the letters and published them online for everyone to read.
I lost my home and all my toys in the fire.
All my baby's bedtime storybooks burned in the fire. I don't need a lot. I was just hoping to have my favorite one back for Christmas.
Dear Santa, I never thought at my age, 71, that I'd be writing to you. I lost everything I own.
With just a click, you could adopt a letter and become their Santa. And people did.
The letters are, they touch your heart.
It feels like one of the most Christmas things you can do. You get to make Santa real for some families that you've never met.
And just one gift means so much to a child. What a great
program.
And we made sure every gift was delivered in time for Christmas morning. This year, USPS helped Santa find his way to those families who needed him most, even those without a home.
So it may be illegal in Russia to fly the pride flag. There's a group of soccer fans who found a way right around.
Protested the country's ban on gay propaganda with a hidden rainbow flag.
Activists wore colored soccer jerseys that formed a rainbow.
Sí, una bandera infiltrada, una bandera humana del colectivo de LGBT.
Desfilaram pelas ruas de Moscou durante a Copa, sem serem percebidas.
So red for Spain, orange for Holland, yellow for Brazil, green for Mexico, blue for Argentina, and purple for Colombia.
They got together in the order of the rainbow.
They can't stop you from walking beside one another.
Take pictures at some of the most iconic Russian sites. They pose next to some Russian police officers. They're doing all kinds of stuff.
Pese a su prohibición en Rusia, la bandera del arco iris también se ha visto en Moscú.
To the world's biggest stage, the World Cup.
Champion gay rights, the activists from Spain.
De forma silenciosa, formando un arco iris con las camisetas de los equipos de sus respectivas selecciones.
Hashtag is hidden flag. It's been
Causa furor en las redes sociales.
Images of this group of 6 have gone viral all over the internet.
They call it the hidden flag. The photos have been widely shared online.
Para burlar a repressão ao movimento gay na Rússia durante a Copa do Mundo.
Eu não pensei duas vezes, apesar da represión.
Es algo lindo, es algo importante.
Digo, cuando la gente comparte, cuando la gente retuitea, cuando la gente habla, hay esperanzas.
Tragedy in the Mediterranean. While the refugee crisis in the Mediterranean continues, its media coverage has decreased heavily, and with it, Sea-Watch's ongoing efforts are falling silent.
If we see ourselves in the refugee experience and try to literally put ourselves on that journey, then it's going to impact us in a completely different way. And that, at its core, is what Lifeboat the Experiment is attempting to do.
Based on first-hand experiences of 5 refugees we've interviewed, we set up a simulation attempting to remodel all conditions of a real escape.
There is absolutely no room.
Hungry, no food.
The boat started making like this.
40 participants represented the German society in age, gender, and profession. This change of perspective created 40 new faces to feel empathy for and to identify with. For everybody watching the documented simulation, for 5 hours, they experienced only a fragment of what it takes to cross the Mediterranean, to be then confronted with the actual dimension of the crisis.
Although we all knew it was absolutely safe, some of us began to cry and even panic.
An integrated campaign as well as selected influencers drove traffic to the film and its website. Here, the experiment and all involved characters renewed the public debate.
If we are able to change even one person's perception of the refugee crisis through this experiment, then for me it will be a complete and absolute success.
Lifeboat, the Experiment. A game changer for an NGO to regain media coverage, sparking a mind shift in society.